Hello and welcome to a new video. Total WoW is dead. Blizzard swung the hammer and thousands of players suddenly lost their World of Warcraft home overnight. Now, we have some even more worrisome news about the future of World of Warcraft, Project Epoch and maybe the whole Ascension infrastructure. Ascension seems to be really scared right now about Blizzard. They took first actions for the Epoch server and I even got messaged by one of the devs, so let's dive into it. Before we start the video, I have to say sorry, I'm really sick right now, but I wanted to make this video, so please excuse my voice a little bit here. Alright, we have some really worrisome news. Ascension officially closed the shop for Project Epoch. They posted this stealth update once again in their Discord server because it didn't make enough upkeep. They even added this sentence here: the shop existing gave the impression the realm can get more support, more development and more maintenance than it actually can. We can see on the right side here that Project Epoch is gone from the server list and also the shop is gone as well. When Ascension took over Project Epoch after their disastrous launch, it probably was more of a marketing move for them. They took over Project Epoch because it allowed them to transfer the player base and hype from Epoch to Bronzebeard, their own Classic Plus server. I mean, it was a very smart move to get a lot of players and their money in without having to invest a lot themselves. That's probably why they never really put in much more effort afterwards into Epoch. Also, the cease and desist from Blizzard has a big factor here, of course, but I think they took over Epoch with an intention back then. Nevertheless, they kept the server alive for players who want to play it, and that's cool. They write in the screenshot here, nothing is changing with Epoch. If you enjoy playing, keep enjoying it. It is as simple. As I didn't feel good about the shop existing when support and additional development can't be afforded. I promised the shop wouldn't be expanded in a way that could change that. There are still devs working on Khazan and Gurubashi at the same capacity as before. The shop wasn't sustainable at launch when there was 20 times as many players as there is now either. Development will continue as it did before. Epoch still has dedicated developers. There is this rumor that the original Project Epoch team is simply still working behind the scenes on Project Epoch. It was a really small team back in the day and it was more like a hobby project. But then they got overwhelmed by the big hype and the insane amount of players who wanted to play this Classic Plus World of Warcraft iteration. They were simply not prepared and not professional enough to handle it. That's when Ascension stepped in. And as I told you before, I think Ascension was able to put themselves in a really great position there. Everyone loved them because of it, and then everyone went over to Bronzebeard. Right now, Project Epoch will stay online, but I have a presumption. As I told you in my last video about Total WoW, I'm pretty sure Ascension will cut Project Epoch off when it gives them real legal problems with Blizzard. And that's understandable. But please keep that in mind when you invest your time on Project Epoch or other Ascension servers right now. It can end any time in our troublesome times right now. Maybe I'm wrong here and Project Epoch will stay online, but I wouldn't bet money on it. And I really have to commend the transparency of Ascension here, because they basically are telling you the same which I told you. In the screenshot here, they write, "No, it's meant to give you the honest choice for how you are going to spend your time." They argue about the Epoch core here, and it's really time consuming because it costs them money if they would put in more developers. I told you what I think is the reason behind that. Furthermore, they write here, the original intention that was agreed to was only to provide help and infrastructure. Epoch will still get development like it has been. We will just eat the cost as we were before. Even disregarding the promise made to keep a cosmetic-only shop, the Epoch core is a mess, has so many issues with core features like transmog quests and even base class abilities not working. I cannot justify having a shop for that. And I want to tell you something. Ascension is same as Total WoW was or Blizzard is not a small indie company. Ascension is making millions of revenue, which I know from a reliable source. They are obviously creating great versions of World of Warcraft, and as you know, I always say, I play what I enjoy, so quality is the most important factor for me to put my time into something. I'm absolutely fine when they make money with a good product, but I want you to keep your perspective straight. Ascension are not the White Knights fighting against Blizzard. They want to get your money, same as Blizzard and every other company out there. And that's okay when the quality is right, and it's okay if you give them money for a good product. But keep that always in mind, please. One more thing to give you some more insights right now. One of the devs also messaged me after my last video about TurtleWow and Project Epoch. As you can see here, he wants me to not talk about TurtleWow in relation to Epoch or Ascension. The reason for this is obvious. They are really scared right now about Blizzard, and I really had to think about that. On the one hand, I don't want to bring more focus on Ascension. My whole channel would go down with Ascension as well, by the way, since most of my content is about Ascension's World of Warcraft versions. On the other hand, I don't like to get censored. On one of my other YouTube channels for trading card games, I became a Ubisoft partner. I still criticize them afterwards when they released a cash grab in-game. And do you know why? Because I want to stay honest and authentic to my viewer base. I don't care about views. YouTube is a hobby for me. I work in a real job, and my main motivation is to help my viewers and inform them about great versions of World of Warcraft. So my conclusion here was, I won't release videos comparing TurtleWow and Ascension or something like that, but I won't let me censor and not talk about it anymore. And I want to talk about another point as well. I read a few comments under my last video telling me my YouTube videos would take Project Epoch or maybe even Ascension down. I don't think that my YouTube videos with my small reach would take Ascension down, and I will show you why. Right now, we are living in a world of AI and LLMs. This is Claude. This is an LLM, same as ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok. In the free version here, not even paid, with a simple model, nothing fancy. I will type in something. This is a simple prompt, nothing fancy. Obviously, you could make this way better, but just to show you something. In less than 5 minutes, I have a list here with informations which Blizzard obviously can do as well. They show how many players are online right now, how many players are in the Discord server. They show servers here, never heard of this one by the way, or this one, even with red level per server to Blizzard here, and all informations about it. And oh wonder, Project Ascension is absolutely on the top of it. Do you really think a multi-million-dollar company like Blizzard is not able to take one of their apprentices to let them research this for a day? Don't you think they are not able to get the same informations here within a few minutes as I did here? Obviously, you could prompt that better and you would get even better informations. But if you think a YouTube video from me or other creators are the main problem right now for Ascension, you are simply delusional. Maybe I'm wrong here, but that's my opinion about it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about it. I'm really interested in your opinions here, but stay constructive as always. For now, play Project Epoch on your own risk. I personally enjoy it. I found a new guild there and did some Onyxia raid and also some other content there. I made a guide, for example, a new one. You can find all my other guides in my playlist for Project Epoch. It's a great server. I have a lot of fun with it, but keep in mind, it can end every day. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this useful, consider to like and subscribe for more World of Warcraft content in the future. Special thanks goes out to my channel members who support me with the hard-earned real-life money, especially Soulso3 and Jay Collis for being high-tier supporter.